Did you know that if you pay enough money, your bags can become lighter and they can uh, get accommodated on aircrafts? Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Clearly Ambiguous. What are we talking about today? See, a couple of weeks back, if you remember, there was this huge fist fight and altercation and brawl that had happened on Srinagar airport. And everybody was going gaga over the fact, and they were talking about it, that how could these guys assault an army officer, and people were saying that the airlines was right, this people were saying the army officer was right, and who was wrong, and this was right, and that was wrong. And they assaulted the army officer. The army officer should not have lost his cool. Everybody had that debate and everything. While everybody was doing this, we all forgot about the fact that what a blatant campaign or the airlines public relations had conducted. See, now today we have forgotten about it. Our media does not want to speak about it. Well, media conveniently forgets things. Media has conveniently forgotten about the amazing, I shouldn't even be using that word, that very sad air crash that had happened in Ahmedabad. And it seems like those two pilots got blamed and nobody is talking about it. Now let's try and understand this airline logic and why is this happening. See, of course, when it comes to the fact that a serving army officer who's proceeding on emergency leave is disrespected or assaulted, right? We all respect our army. Of course, we only respect them when they make the news or when we need them to. And army is perfectly okay with it. And even the people been serving in the army do not need validation every day in the media to serve their country. Army goes about its business silently, and that's it, right? But if you look at what those customer service representatives did, let's for an instance understand where does a customer service representative become so blatant that they would even go to a fist fight, a brawl, blows, argument, shouting, this, that. Because, see, it's not only this brawl. There is a lot of other instances where customer service representatives are seen to be indulging in verbal spats, and there is a lot of other content available on social media itself where the customers, the travelers, the passengers are feeling harassed. And why is it happening, right? First and foremost, let's understand what these airlines are. See, if you look at airlines, it's an amazing business. And how is it an amazing business? These guys, they charge you whatever they want to charge you, right? It's not that you have a choice that, you can pay what you want them to. They charge you, so if you book a ticket in 25, they can sell the same ticket, same itinerary, same point A to point B travel at different rates at different times of their choosing. You book it 6 months in advance, you'll get it cheaper. As you get closer to your date of travel and you buy that same ticket, it'll be expensive. Even after you have bought the ticket, you are not guaranteed a seat. Basically, they've sold you an idea that they will carry you from point A to point B, but not tell you where you're going to sit on the aircraft. Imagine this happening with Indian Railways, right? So, you buy a ticket and you basically are allotted a berth, right? If you have a confirmed ticket, like in airlines, you can have a confirmed itinerary, so to speak, and they love that word itinerary. But you still go, and then if you want to sit ahead of the plane, then there is a particular premium charge. You want to sit on the top of the wing of the plane, and there's a separate charge. You want to sit in an aisle, you pay a different charge, and if you sit towards the window, it's a separate charge. So, once this is done, right? You show up at the airport, and the airlines essentially tell you that you show up at the airport, you can carry so much amount of luggage. so many kilos in checked baggage is so many kilos in a carry-on bag, and your dimensions also, by the way, of your baggage have to be according to certain confirmation. All this is done, right? Your checked baggage has been weighed and it has been checked in, it's gone already to be loaded in the cargo bay of the aircraft. And now you go through this security, because safety and security is very important. And because of that, the airlines even can dictate the fact what you can carry and what you cannot carry. So essentially, you're always a potential threat. Every passenger is treated like a potential threat. Even after we have endured all this, like if you look at the people who have threatened airlines over the years, and the percentage of people who get victimized because some people somewhere have threatened the airlines, right? You understand what I'm like? It's appalling, right? So you go through this security check where you can be strip searched, your bags can be opened, blah blah what and what not, and then if you are carrying a cigarette lighter to anything, they can be just taken away, they can be thrown, you have to discard them, what and what not. Okay, fine. So the safety of the plane has been ensured, and now you proceed to a place where you are basically waiting to board the plane. So you think that now you're going to board the flight, okay? So in earlier days that used to be the end of it. That you are here now you'll essentially go to a gate where your plane is parked, and then you'll just board the plane. And you'll have some lovely customer service representative who will speak to you very sweetly and all that. And that is the responsibility of that customer service representative, to make now your process of boarding more efficient, more comfortable and pleasant, so to speak. But they have been now turned into, the poor guys have been turned into collections agents. And all they are doing right now is, instead of worrying about the fact that, these guys have a boarding pass, they've checked in, this and all they are doing is they're scrutinizing your baggage, your carry-on baggage, your cabin baggage, and see if it is oversized, overweight, and they'll come and they'll charge you money. Now my point is very simple. If you don't give that money, they will deplane you, deboard you, deny boarding. Okay, no. Deplaning is when you are already on the plane and they remove you. Deboard is also probably the same. They will deny boarding to you. And these are all very lovely terms that the airlines like to use. They denied boarding. Right? And imagine, now you are in desperate times right now that, if you don't make to this flight, you are probably going on an emergency leave, or you are a single mother who's traveling with a baby, her entire luggage, everything has been checked in, but he just has probably a large diaper bag or something or whatever. And it now comes to the compassion of that CSR, who under most circumstances is supposed to collect on every possible extra kilo there. Now tell me one thing, that say probably they charge you probably 500 rupees per kilo overweight. And you're ready to pay this money. Now this very bag wouldn't be allowed if you don't pay the money. So I don't think so weight is the issue here. Because after you pay the money, the baggage does not become lighter, right? It's something that weighs 10 kilos still remains 10 kilos, right? The plane is still going to carry those 10 kilos. But now you paid the money. The airlines is very happy. Because every gram extra that the aircraft has, they have to squeeze the money. Because they are always making losses. If you are making losses, then sell tickets expensive and accommodate for whatever, everything. No. If everything is all right, same example, same flight, nobody ends up paying anything extra, and that flight travels from A to B. Would the airlines consider it now a loss? And at the same point of time, if that particular airlines charges you that extra 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees, that makes the flight, by that logic, if you go by this logic, because see, this is how the airlines thing has been happening. They used to have huge baggage allowances, they curbed it down. Now they are basically trying to charge you for every kilo and gram. Sooner or later, like there's a big guy like me, and I'm traveling with my wife. And now my wife is almost half the size of me. But essentially, if we book a return trip, we probably charge the same price. Would it now happen that these customer service representatives are like, hang on, sir, we got to weigh you because, the ticket that we sold you was only for somebody who weighs a certain amount. And now you are so many kilos above weight. See, that happens when you have extremely large individuals. Airlines, actually make you book the 2 seats, and that's okay. But then again, take for instance, somebody is just tall and they don't need to, they're not, going to apply, they're not going to occupy space this way, but they're just going to be like that. But they weigh probably twice as much as somebody half their height. So would they be charged per kilo? And just because they get charged that money, would it make them lighter now and more eligible to fly? So there is no logic. And problem right now is that if you look at what appalling things are happening in air travel, this happened. Has this been addressed? Have we been reassured? This is the same problem I had with that plane crash in Ahmedabad. We seriously have safety concerns. Have they been addressed? We have just conveniently blamed it on the pilots because, we all knew how Boeing operates. And now we know how Tata operates as well. We don't like it. And it really puts a bad, bitter taste in your mouth because this is somebody who we really, we can't say anything against them. But anyways, now you have problems of airlines trying to, make money out of every single thing. And they do it when you are most desperate. They'll do it minutes before, you have to board the flight. You have no other choice. You can either end up in an argument with them where they can basically throw fists and brawl with you, right? And eventually what's going to happen? You're the one who's going to lose cool and you'll be the one reported because airlines will say, you endangered the safety of so and so and so and so and this and that and the other. Probably they'll put compensatory claims against you, and at the same point of time they have this lovely thing that they have weaponized against people is, they can put you on a no-fly list. I hope they don't end up putting me on a no-fly list just because I'm speaking my mind out, right? So this is what it is. It is appalling. So has the government addressed the issue? Has that airline ended up saying that, hang on, we will not do this? Because I'm sure the policy still exists and it is being enforced. See, this is what, you want sales executives, they are given a certain amount of sales training, so they know how to sell something. You have marketing people, they do the marketing. So obviously the customer service representatives should be allowed to do customer service. What is going to be next? That you're going to have bouncers in front of boarding gates now because, somebody will just not probably pay you for the extra baggage they are carrying. And how about this? At the check-in counter, why don't they, when they have a weighing machine there that can weigh, your check-in luggage, they can weigh and check the dimensions of your carry-on as well. And that point of time, you can definitely say, sir, you might lead into a problem because, if you either pay extra baggage charges here or lighten your luggage here, like they do for check-in. Otherwise, our customer service representative, this should be given as a statutory warning that you might be denied boarding even after you have checked in because of so and so reasons. This should happen because it's a disservice to any customer who is paying their hard-earned money to travel. And, so, I don't know. Makes me incredibly angry, incredibly frustrated, but then again, these are things that the media houses won't speak about, and that's the very reason I'm speaking about, because the incident has happened, everything seems to be fine and dandy. We are kind of okay with the entire fact as well, but why are we okay? Are you okay with the fact that airlines are allowed to operate this way? Right? So I think there are certain practices that need to be checked, and they need to be checked by a competent aviation authority. And eventually, the customers, there are certain promises that are made to the customer when, see, essentially, if you buy anything, the once you paid the money, it's a contract between you and the person you are paying that money to provide you either a product or a service which is promised basically, and they have to deliver that, right? So if they are not doing that, then there should be a certain amount of compensation for the inconvenience so caused. What is wrong in it, right? So if we are pushing forth with a consumer-based economy and everything, don't you think that this basically curbs our freedoms as a consumer? And if you're not angry about it, well, then again, it might just happen one day to you, and then what are you going to do? Anyways, that's something which should have some clarity, that why do airlines indulge in some ambiguous practices of collections. That's all that I would like to say. If you liked any part of this video, please hit the like button, and also please share it with anyone that you think who would like to watch this video. Please, and if you watch this video, please subscribe, and you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel as well. It helps our small little channel grow as well. In the end, thanks for watching. Keep watching. Until next time, you take care of yourself. Bye for now.